Hi, welcome back to Joanna's Community Corner. And today we are so excited to have our Natalie back. Hi, Natalie.
Hello.
If you don't know Natalie, Natalie is our Svayus director. That is part of the memory care here at the Lantern. Today we're going to be talking about activity and the elderly. And here at the Lantern, we find it very, very important to keep our elderly active. So Natalie, how do we do that, and why is that a part of the Lantern?
Well, think of all the activities that are part of your life from the moment you get up to the moment your head hits the pillow at night. Your life is busy with things that you have to do, like getting dressed and eating dinner, going to work. But then there's the things that you want to do, like talking to friends and watching TV.
Yeah. So when you're maintaining that active lifestyle, people are happy when there's a balance.
Yeah.
So what's some of those things that would be in that balance?
Like if you want to rest, meet your daily needs like eating, socializing, exercising, and most importantly, having fun.
That's
keep that
very
balance.
important. And we do that here a lot at the Lantern because we try to keep things upbeat and different. Like today they were doing bingo, and then along with the bingo they were adding, exercises, twists and turns and all of that. So when it comes to the Svayus activities, how does that play a part?
So what we do with our Svayus program is it is to maintain at the highest functioning possible level for the stage of dementia that they are at. The activities throughout the day provide a cognitively and physically stimulating environment. Yeah, and all activities will include one or more of the following core skills, like the gross motor skills, your fine motor skills, your visual skills, your reasoning skills, listening skills, language skills, and your social emotional skills. Those are
So they're doing all these skills. They have no idea that they're even doing all these skills because they're just having fun.
And it's something we naturally do every day.
Right.
Get those skills in. So we just try to plan the activities to really focus on some of those skills during the day.
So then when we're talking about the benefits of activity in the elderly, what are some of the benefits? Because I know there's probably plenty.
Right, so your benefits of your physical activity, it reduces the risk of developing chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure. It can help to manage your high blood pressure and diabetes or high cholesterol if they're present. It improves your ability to function and stay independent,
Which is so important.
Yes,
that's
the more
our
you
main
can
goal.
the more you can do for yourself,
The better.
The better, and
you're
it's
gonna
the better you
be.
feel too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It increases life expectancy. People who exercise can live longer, improves your mood and relieves symptoms of depression. It improves your strength, balance, and coordinations. It lowers your risk of falls and injury. And it improves your quality of sleep. I know when I exercise, I sleep very well.
We sleep very well. And these are things that aren't just for the elderly. These are for everybody.
Everybody can benefit from it.
Everybody benefits.
For sure.
So what are some of the physical activities that you can do with your loved one?
You can walk indoor or out. If the weather's bad, you can just take a stroll around the living room or whatever.
Right.
Chair exercises, some stretching. Yoga is a great one. You can do that sitting down too. Dancing is phenomenal.
Anything with music, your loved one will just go crazy for, because it brings back all of those memories and all of those good times.
And music brings in so many of those core skills that we were talking about, because you're doing the gross motor, you're doing the social, you're getting that emotional aspect in with it and everything. So, even light housework.
Just folding the laundry. It doesn't have to be perfect, by the way. Just let them fold the laundry, because it not only it makes them feel like they have purpose.
Exactly.
It gives them purpose.
Exactly.
Right.
And it boosts that confidence level. And personal care is like lifting an arm to brush your own hair, getting dressed, bending over to wash their feet safely, are all good physical activities that someone can do.
And this is one of those things that you try to let them do as much as they can by themselves, because sometimes we're all in a rush and you want to hurry up and get it done. But by doing that, you're actually taking away their independence.
Right, and these are things you can do with them, not for them. So if it's brushing teeth, you can brush teeth side by side so they can, do it with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, like a lot of the things, like just gardening, having those higher plant things that they can, because we have a lady here that she goes around, she trims all the plants, she keeps them all watered and stuff, and it just gives them purpose.
Yeah.
It really does give them purpose, and they don't even realize they're exercising, so it's kind of nice. So when it comes to mental activity, so what are some of the benefits of doing a mental activity? What is a mental activity?
Mental activity is anything that exercises your brain.
Okay.
Just as it's important to exercise your body, I always say it's important to exercise that brain. It increases your blood circulation to the brain, it improves your memory, it improves your mental focus, which improving your mental focus helps you to do those everyday tasks of brushing your teeth and getting dressed and everything. It improves self-esteem, improves mood and relieves depression, and it enhances your creativity.
Yes, because a lot of them here are really creative. A lot of them, that was what they did. They were creative people. They were painters and woodworkers and all of that.
Right.
And even though they can't do some of the things that they used to do, they still have that creative force in them that needs to come out. So that's something I think that we do really well here. We do a lot of the brain games. What are some of the mental activities you can do with your loved one? Again, you can do the crafts, you can do
reading, writing, the crossword puzzles,
singing. Not only that's a great one because that's memory.
It's recall.
It's recall.
Yeah. Problem solving, playing an instrument, learning a new instrument.
Yeah. And it could be a simple little, the drum, the little piano, whatever. Just something to keep that brain moving and trying something new and something different.
Exactly.
It's very, very important.
Humor is a good one. Telling jokes and telling funny stories. And anything, reminiscing, recall, anything like that also helps to exercise the brain. Also learning a new, like I was saying with instrument, learning a new skill.
Yeah, learning a new skill. Like when we had my parents, my kids were doing language, and they were doing, I don't know what they were doing, Spanish or something, and they were saying those Spanish words back and forth to each other, and they're just the simplest words, but even that does a little bit something.
It's a good mental activity, yeah.
Writing is one of those ones that if you don't use it, you'll lose it kind of thing, isn't it?
It is. And when it comes to writing, it's not a matter of making sure that everything makes sense that you're writing. It's just the process of doing it. Because what you're doing also when you're writing is you're working on that pincher grasp, that fine motor grasp that helps you to button shirts and do all that fine motor stuff too.
Yeah, so that goes along the lines of coloring too, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So when it comes to the benefits of activity in the elder, what about social activity? Now we do a lot of social stuff here.
We do.
I mean, we just had a Hawaiian luau. I'm sorry, like it was fun.
It was so much fun.
I mean, it was fun. Sammy the parrot came. Everybody had leis on. They had drinks. They had food. There was music playing. It was a lot of fun. So it's pretty self-explanatory on the social activity, but go ahead and explain a little bit.
Well, it increases life expectancy,
when you're happy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, when you're happy.
It improves your self-worth, creates a sense of meaning, a purpose in your life. It improves mood and relieves depression. It keeps you from being alone, basically.
Yeah, and so that goes for like a lot of people who have their loved ones at home. Loneliness is one of those things that you don't realize what it does to them physically and mentally. People need people. They need that socialization. Right. So that's really something important when you have your elderly at home, is to really try to keep them engaged. So some of the things that you can do at home would be
socializing, keeping in touch with friends and family, setting up social dates, with their friends, with family, with grandkids, anybody you could think of, to keep them talking, keep them sharing the stories and everything.
This is a good one for like the photo albums. Dig out those photo albums.
Yes.
Because they'll spend hours just going through, and they'll remember all those people from the past.
Picture.
Yeah. Picture brings back all the memories.
And that goes along with reminiscing, and these all fit together. Intergenerational activities, caring for pets is a great social activity.
Sammy.
With the addition of Sammy here, a lot of them have taken to caring for Sammy, which it leads into talking to him and talking about him to everybody else too.
Yeah, Sammy's going to be having his own Instagram page when we can finally get it set up. And but he likes to watch YouTube. He likes to watch other parakeets. So it's kind of, and the residents love it. They're like, oh my God, look, he's watching TV. They think it's hysterical. They think it's really funny. Eating together, just the basic thing of sharing a meal. You know, even if not a whole lot of conversations happening, you're not alone. There's nothing worse than sitting eating alone every day.
Exactly. And I always say it's okay to sit with somebody and just be there for them. You don't have to say anything. Just sit and be there. But yeah, sharing a meal is so important. Reading the same book as your loved one, and then sharing comments about the books with each other, and then just helping others. Everybody likes that sense of helping somebody else. And we have a lot of that here. Like, you know, they'll try to help each other play bingo. They'll try to help each other do the word things and things like that. It's very, very important. And again, it's that instinct to help others gives them purpose, gives them a reason to do what they do every day. So so activities can help not only pass the time, but it can be a fun way for them to retain those functions. So some of the benefits of staying active are... It can be entertaining. Activities also can provide a distraction, promote communication. They always have a therapeutic value to it. Stimulates thinking and creativity, and it improves the quality of life.
Which here at the Lantern is the most important thing, is making sure that their quality of life stays as high as it can possibly stay. Because otherwise, what's the sense in living if you don't have that quality of life?
Right.
We try to keep everybody's quality of life up there and high, and we want everyone to be happy. We want everybody to have, we want everybody to have a good time here.
Have fun.
Have fun. So now, of course, there's the good things. Now, what are some of the bad things if you fall into, because it's really easy to fall into that inactive.
Inactivity can bring about like pressure, ulcers, wasting away the muscles, constipation, difficulty sleeping, blood clots, urinary tract infections, which are so common, a poor appetite, and different sicknesses like pneumonia and stuff. So it's so important to stay active.
Yeah, and especially now during COVID, we had to get real creative to keep our residents up and socializing and participating in activities, because sometimes they just didn't want to, and we had to entice them a little bit with different types of things to get them to come out a little bit sometimes. So
we've gotten very creative.
We've gotten really creative. So so if people do nothing with their time, what happens to their mental and emotional well-being?
Well, depression definitely sits in.
And that's for everybody. I mean, if you're sitting at home doing nothing, depression's going to fall into you.
For sure. And loneliness, you have a decreased self-esteem and confidence, increased stress, increased behaviors, dulling of the mind. And that's when they could have, like some of the people with dementia, that's where they could have some of those outbursts of behaviors that are sometimes difficult. Right.
Because they're really just trying to communicate to you that I'm bored,
and I need something.
I need something.
Exactly.
So we just love this picture. And so we just want to tell everyone, if you have your loved ones at home, really try to keep them active and engaged, get everybody in the family involved, because it really does make a difference in their well-being. They spent their whole lives raising us, their whole lives taking care of us, and it's now our turn to do the same for them.
And remember, it's not just about the physical activity. It's about the mental and the social activities also. All three of those are very important to have a nice balance of it. We all, in our lives like to have that balance, and so it's important to remember to keep that balance for them too.
Yeah, like everybody wants to have dinner with someone. Everyone likes to get a phone call. I mean, just send a letter or a card with pictures in it. Anything to keep them engaged and active. Right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, you're going to join us soon, right?
Yes, I will.
It's not going to take as long this time, is it?
I hope not.
I hope not, too. Okay. Okay, well, so from Natalie and Joanna, we wish you a good afternoon, and we wish you great memories. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.